Who said you have to start school when you're 6? Who said you have to be ready by then? Who has determined that life should be taught in pieces called subjects? Who said that you should continue in school until you're 18 years of age? Who said? Who said that you can't be successful if you don't do it this way or you don't do it that way? Why don't we ask some questions? Show me. Where does it say this? Where did you get this idea? How did you come to that conclusion? Could it be that it is the only thing you've ever seen or been presented with? Are there alternatives to the ways things have always been done? What about socialization, I'm asked? My answer is usually, what about socialization? What is your concern? You know what I usually get for an answer? Usually a blank look, because they've never actually thought about it. They're simply repeating what they've been told. We're all guilty of this very same thing. Somebody has done the thinking for us. In the high school that I taught in for the last 14 years of my school teaching, part of my ongoing career, they had pillars in the cafeteria and anybody could put up a saying for a fee. It was another bizarre example of public schools needing to raise additional funds. My students actually pulled together and collected money because they wanted to write my wise sayings up there for the world to see. I asked them what their favorite saying was, and they simply said, well, we hear almost every day, think, or somebody will do the thinking for you. That's true. Think, or somebody is going to do the thinking for you. And those who would think for you usually don't have your best interest in mind. You know what? We're all guilty of having people think for us. How many times have you asked yourself, why do I believe this, or why do we do this? In church, when you ask those questions, what is usually the answer? Because that's the way it's always been done. You know, that's not a good enough answer. My challenge at this point is to simply say, ask questions. Find out. Why is it that we believe the things that we believe? Ask lots and lots of questions. That's how you're going to learn. Matter of fact, who are the best learners in the whole wide world? Children, 2-year-olds. They've just learned to talk. They know the word mom and dad. And why? As they're learning, they are not shy about asking questions, any questions on anything, without reservations. We've been emphasizing the Christian values and what we should understand and believe. We need to believe in the authority of the Bible. I'm a creationist because I started to question what I had come to believe. I've been studying this issue now for over 40 years. If I have a choice in believing in millions of years, as told by the media, most books, and every movie I watch, or believing in God's creation in 6 days, I'm going to put my faith simply in the Bible. Because I can't prove either one. I wasn't there for either one. Yet, I do have the Bible from which I can read an account that has been around for thousands of years, as opposed to the scientific explanation that has continued to evolve over the last 100 years or so. I will put my faith in the Bible. As a Christian, I will take the authority of the Scripture, and I'll say, if there is a debate, I'm going to have to fall on that side. Because, let me tell you, the Bible's been around for a long time, evolution hasn't. And if I know nothing more, that's good enough for me. Ever wonder why Christians schools fail here? Because the teacher believes in evolution? No, probably not. But the teachers are going to have to teach the curriculum. The curriculum talks about evolution. It doesn't talk about creation at all. So while teaching evolution, if some little fellow puts up his hand and says, I don't believe that, the teacher will likely reply by saying, well, I don't believe in it either. You know, we don't believe in evolution. I'm just teaching it because I have to. We believe in the Bible. How far do you think that's going to go in your child's life? if he keeps hearing the same evolution story over and over and over again, and all he gets on the Christian side is, oh, we just kind of believe in the Bible, and that's all they get, what will they end up believing? How far do you think that's going to go in your child's life? If you keep hearing the same evolution story over and over again, and all he gets on the creation side is, oh, we just kind of believe in the Bible, what do they will end up with? What do you think you'll end up believing? I'm not suggesting here that we indoctrinate our children in a way, or in any way. I am suggesting that you teach them that there is a universal absolute truth, and that they would be wise to discover it. You should present both sides of an issue and then discuss the likelihood of either side being true. Evolutionists are supporting their side with all kinds of stuff. We really do need to be informed of their side and ours as well. We should start by informing ourselves of what is in the Bible and what it really means and what is really true.